There are influencers now on TikTok, on Instagram and shit that love to brand themselves or call themselves to be ultra lonely. And that's the way that they connect with their fan base. They connect with their fan base by begging and pleading with them that they're lonely. Which I think is all fucking stupid and crazy. Let's go. Let's check out what the article's saying. The loneliest influencers inside the luxurious tedium of I have no friends TikTok. When really there's all these people outside the door waiting to go out with them. Exactly. It's hold on. The fraudulent mandate of letting any influencer show people what they have done and where they will want. Traditionally, the objects of envy have been Marshall, the Michelin star restaurants, businesses, trips to Bali in short years, as parameters for those who want. Parameters one of the digital. All sources of operational desire have been found to digital term. But cool. Over the past few months, I've came across a significant expression to this role. My feed increasingly shows me a more niche defined entirely by what its creators lack. Friends. A whole niche defined by what people lack, aka friends. It's fucking crazy, by the way. Is that can I press that? Let's see, can I view that? Can I view you? Can I view you, please? Is that possible? Can I view you? It's loading. It's saying I'm not a robot. Cool. Let me see if I can't view him. Okay, can I do this then? Maybe I can just do this. Maybe I can just copy the link here and then just paste it and then get rid of all the other shit, alright? Let's just do this. Maybe this will work. Boom. Let's see. What's this loading shit going on? What's going on right now? What's this loading shit? Let me understand. POV, you're single, have no friends, live alone, and won't be having kids, so this is your Friday night. Looks fun to me. Looks fucking fun. Looks fun to me. Pizza, some ice cream, Coke. Yeah, this looks like a fun to me. I'd have a fucking blast in this. Looks like a fucking vibe. I'm not sure what she's complaining about. Nice pizza. The oven's not preheated. I don't like that. I don't like the non-preheated oven, but you know, we'll still move. Nice. Having a shower before you jump in, before you have your dinner. I agree with that. Nice pajama set, comfy as fuck. No slamming of the doors. Imagine if you're a girl. No slamming of the doors. You don't get a ring of piss around your toilet seat anymore. There's no unnecessary fucking cutlery and dirty plates left in the sink. You don't have to buy for 5 if there's only 2 of you anymore. Your yummy stuff doesn't get ate by some yummy fucking ninjas or invisible people. Grocery shopping for 1. Quietness. You can walk around your home crib naked if you want to. Not too bad, man. So I don't know why these lonely influencers are trying to make it seem like this is depressed. It really isn't that. And you know what? It's the thing about this as well. This is all kind of a bit of a I won't say it's a scam. It's a bit dodgy because there's probably more people out there who are quote unquote lonely like this than there aren't. There are more people probably living life like this or quiet solitude than there aren't. So trying to make it seem like this is like abnormal and you should be surrounded by a group of friends and your friends should have their feet on your table, sorry. They should be demanding things, opening your fridge without asking, sleeping over without, you know what I mean, without heads up. Nah, that's not how it goes when you're an adult. When you're an adult, you kind of do enjoy more of your own space. And obviously that can change when you meet somebody, but in the interim, there's nothing wrong with this. If anything, this can help you cultivate how you're going to live with somebody when you move into them. I always have to let the fresh air into my apartment, especially when I'm cooking or baking. Nothing wrong with that. She's making her own little salad. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. My extra crispy Diet Coke with extra ice in a wine glass because I'm fancy, as you can tell by the entirely pre-made dinner. Nothing wrong with this. Like, oh, this is a good life, man. I don't know why she's making it seem like it's bad. So no oven mitts. She's got her own pizza she's made there, frozen. Eating at home with some salad on the side. That sounds like a fun night in. What's fucking wrong with this? Why should we make this doesn't look depressing. Oh, you got a nice big TV, some nice fresh air coming in. You got a fucking balcony. I love a good balcony, by the way. A balcony is a great place to go and spy on your neighbors and just generally be a bit of a fucking nuisance in. You've got a fucking balcony you can chill on. Like, there's nothing wrong with this whatsoever. I don't feel anything wrong with this whatsoever. I think she's just she's capping and trying to make it seem like this is depressing, but this seems like a vibe. Eat dinner while watching police body cam videos on YouTube. Also, people try dipping your pizza crust into Diet Coke. It's weirdly good. Right, white. She's definitely a white girl, isn't it? Okay. Put yourself a dishwasher. No need to wash them yourself. Nice. Shut it down. You can actually shut down the kitchen, by the way. Remember that mom used to like doing it at home. You can actually shut down the kitchen. When you live alone, you can actually, the kitchen can actually be shut down. You can actually wipe everything down, clear the sink, and the kitchen is shut down. Once you fucking lay the cloth over the edge of the, you know, the sink thing, you know what I'm talking about? You can actually shut down the kitchen until tomorrow, which is very satisfying. When you wake up in the morning, you wake up to a nice, clear, spotless kitchen.
I know.
Kitchen closing shift every night while FaceTiming my mom for the 4th and final time of the day.
Love you.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Get some dessert. She's trying to make this sound depressing, but it looks good to me. You can never make me hate this. Yeah, writing, relax and enjoy my sweet time journaling. I've done my entirety of every day this year so far. Yeah, nothing wrong with this whatsoever. Nothing wrong with this. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think she's trying to make it seem like this is sad. I don't think there's anything wrong with this whatsoever. What? Because what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go out every night? Are you gonna go out every Friday night? You're gonna go get fucked up every Friday night. You're gonna get on it. At some point, you have to mix up your weekends too. It can't be every Friday, Saturday night you go get fucked up. Sometimes just stay in, have your fucking store-bought pizza, and enjoy your night, innit? Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I was like that a lot of the stuff that she was doing was off social media. Yes, it's a post, but she was like, you know, watching TV. Watching movies and shit. Nothing wrong with that. Checking out a documentary. What's wrong with that? Anyways, go back to the article. Over the past few months, I came across a significant exception to this. My feed increasingly shows me the new niche defined entirely by what is lacking. Friends. This POV videos are titled, "You live alone in NYC, have no friends, so your night looks like this. You're single, have no friends, live alone, won't be having kids, so this is your Friday night." A typical post shows a young woman, usually a city-dwelling, self-described introvert, coming home after a long day at work. She walks into a spotless grey apartment, takes off her shoes, plates a simple dinner, and sits on her couch. She watches TV, drinking sugar-free soda out of a wine glass to make it feel more special. Depending on the perspective, the tone is tranquil, cozy, or just bleak. I think of these creators in their aspirational coded solitude as loneliness influencers. Again, I don't think there's any problem with it. I think people are just trying to make it seem like it's a bad thing because I guess they want it to feel like every day is meant to be a party. But even if you're super social and you're an extrovert, there's going to be days where some people just don't want to come out, or you don't want to come out. On those days, you're going to have to be on your own anyway. So at some point, you have to be on your own. You can't be with other people every single day unless you live with somebody, and even then you're still gonna be on your own. Let's see another one. Let's see another one. Is that the same one? That's the same one. I want to see another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. Let me see another I want to see another creator that's doing this thing. Let me see another one. This POV videos are quite funny. Let's see. What's this person doing? POV, you live alone in NYC and have no friends, so your nights look like this. She walks into a crib, cute outfit, home from hot yoga, and Luca's already at the floor with kisses. It's a massive cat, by the way. Jesus Christ, huge. Sanitizing shoes and phone, and straight to the laundry. Please ignore the massive bruise on my leg. So she's sanitizing her shoes with like a sanitizing gun. Cool. Doing the laundry. Time for the longest, hottest shower. Cool. Too tired to cook, so chicken and kale salad from my favorite spot tonight. Ginger ale in a wine glass because it turns any dinner into a moment. So this is the thing that girls are doing now. They're drinking like sodas in wine glasses to make themselves feel like, okay, cool. whatever. I don't mind. Nice kitchen, by the way. Nice kitchen, well organized and stuff. She's got some food there. She's got some ice already done in the fucking freezer that she's pouring right into her fucking wine glass. Can't be mad at that. Great apartment. Look at the apartment though. Like, these motherfuckers are trying to act like this is a sad life. Look at her crib. Look at that view out of that window. Look at the cityscape. Look at the room. Her desk faces out of the window, so you get that nice fucking view. She got a lovely table and big comfy couch. Like, there's nothing wrong with this living whatsoever. This looks fun. This looks really good. She's done pretty well for herself. She's living like this. Lucas and I are suffering through Imperfect Woman again. Painfully slow, but we're not quitting. Dishes in the dishwasher. Kitchen is spotless. Yeah. Living alone, you can do that. Lavender tea with a clove bud for the warmest sleep and a chocolate tortina, my favorite ritual. Lavender, yeah, cool. Tea, chocolate, and Lucas in my arms. There's no place on earth there will feel like this. This is home. Yeah, nothing wrong with this. Seems fun to me. Seems like fun to me. Seems like absolute fun to me. And this is not including what you do outside of your crib. That's just your crib though. You go to just chill and sleep. Not every day is going to be a party. Once you leave your crib, you can then go to fucking hang out with your fucking friends, go on fun dates, hikes and shit, you know? All that stuff happens outside your crib. That's just a bad thing. Anyway, let's continue. I was never trying to romanticize having no friends. I was just trying to romanticize making the most out of the current stage of life that you're in, says Lana Isa, aka Lana So Life. Or Lana Solo Life, a 24-year-old influencer posting vlogs like you're a single girl who lives alone and has no friends, so you grocery shop at 10 or 4 p.m. to a nearly 200,000 Instagram followers. I don't think anyone wakes up one day and decides they want to have no friends. I don't know. Sometimes you do. Honestly, having friends is really overrated. Sometimes the having friends all the time thing is really fucking overrated. It really fucking is, because some of those friends are going to be actual friends. Some of them are going to be people that, you know, they're going to be acquaintances. They're not going to be people that you're actually going to spend the rest of your life knowing, to be completely honest. They're going to be people that might serve a use. They might be of use during a certain part of your life, but then there may come a time where you realize they're not really the friend that you actually really need. So, I don't know. Pick your friends wisely, I'd say. Who is this Lana? Okay, this is her. Lana. Okay, that's the girl we just saw recently. Lana So Life. To be fair, I think she kind of acts a little bit more depressive. She purposely puts on a bit of a face where she kind of acts a little bit more sad, you know? I think the rest of them are just doing a normal life. She kind of makes it look a little bit sadder because she acts sadder. That's what I think. Again, I could be projecting a little bit, but I think she purposely makes herself look a little bit more sadder than she actually is. I don't think life is that sad. This is from January. What she did here? You're a child-free single girl that has no friends and lives alone, so this is how you spend your Friday night. She arrived back at her crib. Arrived home, 5:40, silent, and clean your apartment. Everything's in a shoe rack. Put the coat back in a hanger. Nice. Got your groceries. Frozen. Always frozen. Girl, always frozen pizza. You can't just cook a pizza. You can't just make your day a little bit more spicy and judge it up by just making a pizza. Is it always up to, she always has to fucking buy a store one. She can't just make her own. Is it really that difficult just to make your own? Making your pizza is super fun. It's really fucking fun. Especially if you got your own space, you have to worry about other people coming in and shit. Making your pizza is super fucking fun. Just make your own, girl. Like, goddamn. No preheat in the oven either, by the way. Let's not preheat the oven. But I do like what she does here. I don't typically do this. I typically just like to eat and then I'll shower after. And then kind of just sleep, you know. But she tends to shower before she eats. So I don't mind this technique actually. Because then it means if you got an itis, you just fall asleep straight away. And don't need to get up again. Time to wash away the germs so we can get cozy and clean jammies. Set the vibe for the cozy snowy night in. Nice view there from my balcony. Nice crib, man. The crib's lovely. The crib's beautiful. Really nice house. Chicken salad again. Store bought. Nice. You live on your own. You can't make a fucking. You can't make a chicken salad. You can't make a fucking salad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it really that difficult? A chicken Caesar salad. That was good. We got the Coke in the wine glass. Watch some TV. Yeah, I don't know. I think she puts on the depressive bit. She kind of acts a bit more depressive on purpose, you know? Yeah. You randomly filmed your life as a single girl that has no friends and started the loneliness influencer trend. But they don't know this is you 3 years ago when you did have friends. Or this is you 3 years ago when you were in love and generally thought you would never feel peace again. They don't know you packed your entire life in your car and left at 10 p.m. alone. Relying on savings, no end destination. You were scared, but you knew you needed to go. They don't know that you drove to Chicago and 16 states alone. You grew up on low income. You never got anywhere. All you ever wanted was to feel free. Being alone gave you that feeling. You always admit that you didn't have moments. You always admit that you do have moments of loneliness and that you carried hurt from your people. No, sorry. You always admit that you did have moments of loneliness and that you carried hurt from people who never really cared about you. It wasn't fair, but that's how life works. They don't know how many times you ate dinner alone in random states. People stared at you, but after everything you've been through, you didn't really care about being seen as weird anymore. Yeah, this eating dinner alone thing as well, people got to get over it. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't, man. Not every day you can go to dinner with people to keep you company. Like, it's not that big of a deal. If you want to go eat somewhere, go eat somewhere. Like, this whole going to cinema alone thing and going to this, it's not a big deal at all. Most people are going there on their own anyway. Fucking shut up and just eat. God damn it. Everyone making that, it's not that big of a deal at all. It never has been. People just create these fantasies or these challenges in their mind that don't really exist in real life. They don't know that how many times you went to the movies alone and that you've been doing it since you were 16. It felt more natural to be alone than, yeah, but what else are you going to do? You're not going to go watch a movie because someone's not coming to go watch one with you. Like, come on, man. It's a fucking movie. It's dark. No one's going to see. Just sit there and watch your fucking movie. They don't know that you tried to make friends, but you'd cry at the home afterwards because always felt like something was missing. You knew you needed to work on yourself and heal before you allow anyone in again. And that's how you had to be, and that's how it just had to be for you to become the person you want to be and not hurt anyone in the process. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely fall in that category. Probably the second paragraph. I definitely resonate with that one. Although I just tend to kind of like humans in small doses, you know? One day I can be Superman, super extroverted guy, and next time I don't want to see anyone for a fucking month. It is what it is. They don't know you sat alone in the cafes thousands of miles away from anyone you've ever known. Again, it's a cafe, man. Sit down, be on your phone, listen to some music, hear people talk, and sip your coffee and shut the fuck up. They don't know about the moments you'd see friends, groups come in laughing together, or couples holding hands and you tear up wondering if something was wrong with you. Yeah, there is something wrong with you, but that's the whole point. Like, accept it and keep it moving. They don't know about the days you spent alone camping deep in the mountains, no service, just so you could have your thoughts. Again, no problem with that whatsoever. Are you meant to camp with people? Is that what you're meant to do? You're meant to go camp with your friends. Isn't camping meant to be a solo pursuit anyway? You didn't overly only think about other people though. You wanted to fix you, your character flaws, while you allowed yourself to end up in certain situations. This girl was a bit of a crybaby, to be fair. You needed to change. They don't know how much you missed your mum. You weren't that close with her before, but when she was the only one to call when you were alone and hurting, you began to realize she was the only person who ever really been there for you. They don't know how much you love her, not because of codependency, kind of sounds like that, but because when no one else cared about you, she did, and she's the only reason why you're still here. Yeah, but you only care about her because she called you, so you sound like a bit of a shitty person. They don't know that you took yourself to see the Northern Lights at 4 a.m. You stood there for a while and the world was a lot bigger and brighter than you mind make it out to be. They don't know that you decided that you were ready to move back home at 11:57 p.m. on a Tuesday and had all your furniture sold and getting picked up by 2 p.m. on a Wednesday. You knew how to get things done. You never had anyone's help, so you didn't need it. Yeah, again, it's not that difficult to get done. They don't know how many times you watched the sunset alone, or the moment you realized you made it to the other side of the hard times. It doesn't matter that you were hurt. You're human. What mattered was that you picked yourself up every time, even when you felt like your world was against you. They don't know that you got back home on May 20th, 2024 at 9 p.m. or that you were lost and had no job and sleeping on your mom's couch. You were scared, but you were you. You figure things out. So by May 2024, you were moving into a new apartment and starting a new job the following week. Congrats to her. They don't know that you make the most of your 90 sweet treat because you don't feel pressure to look a certain way anymore. There's no one to make you feel ashamed for enjoying your life. Again, that's maybe a you problem in selecting your partners. If you're selecting partners that are fat shaming you for eating ice creams, and you know you got to choose better or break up. They don't know about that you spent most of your life alone. Maybe you made wrong choices with the people that you cared about. Yep, definitely some accountability. It's good to see some accountability. Women find it hard to have accountability, but it's good to see it there. You sure were the problem at times. Maybe you are just different. That's what all is okay with you now. You stopped crying. You felt bored at times. Not really lonely. You thought to yourself, why not just try sharing one Friday night of life with someone? You always felt like the odd one out, so you weren't so sure. You posted it anyways. They don't know how much it meant to you to help people who were made to feel the same way. Sometimes you still feel like that, but you wouldn't be able to help people you've been nice girl upon the time. Anyway, you get the point. You get the point. You get the fucking point. But yeah, I think this girl's a bit of a crybaby, but I still think there's nothing wrong with this. Continuing on, Isa lives in the Greater Toronto area where she works remotely as a software sales manager. Her solo life story began when she graduated from high school in the early days of COVID, jumped directly through into the workforce, then moved cross country after a bad breakup. Isa said her friendships fizzled out along the way as she found herself almost totally isolated last summer. You see, that's actually a good example of how quickly it can happen. You know, she already was kind of lonely anyway because of this going to college during fucking COVID. Then you graduate and you get your first real job. Your first real job post COVID will probably be working from home remotely because a lot of the jobs turned remote, you know, during COVID. So she spent a lot of time alone, mostly due to circumstances, unfortunately, right? And timing. Not because she's just a serial loner person. It's just unfortunate. You grew up in a weird era, in a weird time of life. Not that deep. Really isn't that deep. Really isn't that deep. Sorry about the yawn there. It was probably the most alone time I've ever spent in my entire life, Isa said. My only texts were with my mum, my sister, my phone company letting me know that my bill was ready. I don't know, man. I don't know who are most people talking to on a daily basis. She's going on as if like everyone's phone's jumping 24/7. It's not. If you have a big social group of friends, fair enough, but most people's phones aren't jumping like that. Most people are just talking to their close ones, their loved ones, parents, maybe a sibling, maybe a cousin or something. Like, it really isn't that deep. It's not that shocking or scary. I don't think so. It's not that out of the norm. I think most people do have, I don't know, 3 to 5 people that they kind of talk to regularly, and even then it's not 24/7. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Isa began making videos of herself alone in an apartment after being inspired by creator Noel Murillo, an LA-based bus driver who films himself going on solo dates. Who the fuck is that? Films himself going on solo dates. This sounds depressing. Let's see what this looks like. Again, it doesn't have to be all this solo. Just enjoy your life. And if you happen to be by yourself, you're by yourself. But making it sound a little bit too depressing. Let's see. Noel Romero. Ah, this guy. I've seen this guy. Okay, so they call this guy a solo entrepreneur, a lonely guy. I think I've seen this clip of his. I've seen go viral. I've seen this one. You're single forever. You're staying in on Saturday night. Yeah, I've seen this before. Where he gets Chick-fil-A. Okay. Again, this looks fun to me. This is like a fucking vibe. I'm sure it's so bad about it. Amazing plate set, by the way. Amazing little plate set there with the bag there. That's fucking cool as fuck. Again, really nice crib. Really fucking nice crib. Love that fucking crib. Pulls out the fucking portable couch. And just put something got a movie, I'm guessing, right? Tub of ice cream. Yeah? Fair play? Yeah, fair play. Nothing wrong with this.
Here's how much I made last month posting on TikTok. I made $7,000. $7,329.88 to be exact. I was able to hit 100K followers in 4 months. Then a month later, I hit 200K, and I'm about to hit 100K followers on Instagram. I'm being optimistic here, but it's not looking very good for TikTok right now. So I want to show you guys exactly how I did it. So when the new app comes along, you'll be ready. I don't have a course, no digital marketing agency, no link in bio. This is 100% free game. I've seen a few of these how to go viral videos, and it's always the same basic information. Be consistent, post 4 times a day, creator search insights. As you can see, my list doesn't mention none of that, so throw the advice out the window. When it comes to short form content such as TikTok and Instagram Reels, there actually is a formula to go viral. So here's how I did it. The hook. The hook, in my opinion, can make or break a viral video. TikTok or Reels is just scrolling, so you have to start your video that grabs the viewer's attention within 3 seconds. If you want to make commentary, motivational advice, rants.
Okay, anyway, you get the gist of that. Big up him. Go back to the article. Noah Murillo, an LA-based bus driver who filmed himself going on solo dates, as he calls them. Crucially, Issa's videos take a different approach. Rather than documenting going out, she mostly shows herself staying home. My very first video I titled, "You're single, you don't have kids, you live at home, you're an introvert." It got around 200,000 views on TikTok. At the time, I had only 1,000 followers. Based on outsized response, Issa kept going, eventually decided to add the detail about having no friends. She said mainly because she hadn't seen anyone else do it before. I was a little intimidated. I was thinking people would know from my past seeing it, people judging me, but I felt like maybe this is a lot more of us out there than the stage of life. I lost a huge part of my friends in the last couple of years. A viewer wrote on one post, "It feels good not to feel FOMO because I know I'm not missing out anymore. I spend my Friday nights like this too. Humans have caused a lot of pain in my life." Jesus, dark. A survey conducted in 2025 in the American Psychological Association showed that roughly half of adults in the US reported feeling isolated, often or sometime. A 2021 study published by the Psychological Bulletin reported that the rate of loneliness among young adults increased every year between 1976 and 2019. I wonder if there's any correlation between that and smartphones and technology. Every year since 1976 to 2019, loneliness has increased. I wonder if one of the correlations or one of the fucking, one of the through lines is tech improving. Whether it's video games and phones and social media, all the things that are kind of making us more, introverted and more insular. A Reddit thread on r/lonely reads, "How many of you have absolutely zero friends, as in the only contacts on your phone are probably your mum and your dad, or your local pizzeria?" 100 people responded. By the way, is that I don't know. I would say people that are your friends are people that actually know who your parents' names are as well. I think because you can't be in your phone book. But are they really your friends? Do they know you when your birthday is? Do they know your mum's and dad's name? Do they know if you have siblings? Those are people put as kind of friends. Just because you got someone in your contact list, I don't want to count them as your friend. But yeah. This kind of built-in captive audience has naturally attracted other content creators to loneliness influencing. After deciding she no longer wanted her Instagram account to focus on her dog, Devon Noring, a full-time influencer based in Phoenix, said that she started throwing stuff at the wall. As she figured out how to rebrand, "I did a vlog about a Friday night. I don't have a lot of friends that live near me. I also feel ashamed of not having funds, crazy plans. So I spilled my guts. I was being vulnerable and that video blew up." Knowing, who posts single introvert content to 357,000 Instagram followers, whether the audience is other lonely people seeking assurances or voyeurs simply looking to raise a superior eyebrow. It's clear that the social isolation is now a bankable way to build a brand. Let me see this girl's stuff. What's her name? Devon Noring. Big up Devon Noring. Let's see what Devon Noring's about. What's she doing here? Devon and Willow. That's her Instagram. Devon and Willow, all one word. Let's see what does she do. Why I should be your comfort creator, nightlife Friday, everything I did on the weekend with no plans. Comfort living, introverts needed. Oh, what's a good one? Let's see. Weekend no plans. No, just show me the video. Show me the fucking video. I don't want to see this shit. Just for tonight. Night in the life of a single introvert. Make an easy dinner. To be fair, I do like how everyone's doing the sad thing. I think that's the thing that's making me laugh. Everyone that's doing this whole loneliness trend thing, everyone's got like a really dour, sad face. Like, why are you sad? I don't know how you're walking around stroppy in your own crib like this. I don't walk around like miserable like that. Like, why is everyone so miserable? Like looking in their own crib. I don't get this. So she put something in the microwave. Again, I wonder if it's some microwave stuff again. No one's cooking anything nice. Everyone's making fucking frozen pizzas and drinking cokes out of wine glasses. Like, come on, girls. Some pita bread in the oven, some water in a glass. What was in the microwave? I don't know what was in there. Sitting on the couch. Yeah, everyone looks so miserable. Like, it looks fun to me, man. You got some naan bread and some curry and some rice. You're watching some reality TV. You got your little fake fire under your TV. Like, this is like a vibe. Why are you so miserable? Got your dog next to you. Love Island intro, first impression. Cool. Watching Love Island on your own with full volume. You get to play with your puzzles later. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this personally. I don't see nothing wrong with this. I don't see nothing wrong whatsoever. People she's trying to make it look miserable, but it's not that miserable. She's making some pasta for herself here. What I'd cook to watch on a night alone.
Deciding what to make for dinner and what to watch on TV every night. Welcome to my series, Dinner and a Show, where I recommend one easy dinner and one really good show to watch on your night alone. This is my genuine reaction to the show. Tonight we're making a really easy spaghetti pasta using Trader Joe's lobster bisque soup. I guess this was kind of a viral recipe. I saved it using this app Deglaze, which is really cool. You can share recipes that you find on Instagram directly to this app, and then we'll like tell you how to cook it and what to buy. Not an ad. I just thought that was really cool, and I've been loving it lately. I loved this recipe because it requires just one pan. You basically just soften, cook down all of the veggies that you want to use. And then the viral recipe called for lobster tails, but I couldn't find those at Trader Joe's, so I just got that shrimp. And it was already peeled and everything, so that was super easy. I will paste the full instructions on how to cook this in the captions so you can find everything there. But it's so creamy, and the added lemon juice makes it zesty, and it actually tasted very light. It was delicious. Top it with even more Parmesan and some basil. Look at that. I'm telling you, it was so creamy and delicious.
Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, man. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I don't mind that. While all these videos tend to look similar, flat screens, vague self-care vibes, condos, their emotional framework varies, and the stated reasons behind the creator's solitude ranges from mundane to traumatic. On the YouTube channel, My Drama Free Diaries, a video of a woman eating soup and wrapping presents for her nephew is titled POV, You Escaped Your Abuser, Now You Live Alone with No Kids and No Friends. While the creator upholds the tea in a tidy apartment feel, she posts videos about how her lifestyle is also hard work and overwhelming, and sometimes in tears. It can be difficult to watch. It can also be hard to believe. Since this trend is playing out on TikTok and Reels, it's natural to wonder whether the isolation on display is hyperbolized. It's hyperbolized, exactly. In order to draw clicks and generate revenue. The concept itself feels somewhat disingenuous. How introverted can a person be while also making public-facing content? No, that's different. That's not true. You can be really introverted and make TikToks and Instagram stuff very easily, but then because you're filming it indoors too. Think about it. This is not content they're filming out. You're not vlogging outdoors, which is way harder and way more of an issue if you're introverted. But if you're introverted and you're filming vlogs in your own crib, that's easy. You can do that so easy. Especially if you don't live with anybody. You got no one next to you to make you feel shy or embarrassed. Yeah. The Paulina C. was recently the focus of a thread on NYC influencer Snark, where someone posted, Paulina C can't be real, can she? It all looks so fake. Commentators accused C of cosplaying Isa and being AI and secretly being a marketing accountant made to promote infrared yoga mats. Isa said that she frequently asks others, exaggerating about having no friends. She said that she's not, and said that she doesn't make much more from her videos as the TikTok Creator Rewards program isn't offered in Canada. See, okay. Who's this Pauline C person? Let me see what The r/influencer snark is one of the best snarks ever, by the way. One of the best subreddits ever. Those subreddits are full of some of the most enthusiastic, strong-willed haters I've ever seen in my life. Those girls over there know how to hate for real, for real. So what's she saying here? Why can't she be real? It all looks so fake. I read that her. Okay, let's see. Why does it look so fake? Why don't people believe that this girl's real? You live alone in NYC. Is it because she's so like pretty and stuff? I guess, right? Oh, is this the same girl we saw before wearing pink? I think it's the same girl I saw before wearing pink. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is how I expect every corporate woman to come back home after if she doesn't have a husband. I mean, like, what is she gonna do? After you have your little bit of drinks with your work colleagues, like, this is how I expect every corporate woman to come back home looking like, you know? Take off her heels, pick up her cat. I don't know, get ready for the night ahead, innit? Like, what else are you gonna do if you don't have kids or a husband? Nothing wrong with this. That's pretty cool though, by the way. The walk-in wardrobe for the shoe closet thing is pretty cool. Keeps your shoes completely away from, you know what I mean? Just away. That's a pretty cool, that's a neat little organizational thing. Yeah, shower, no problem with that. Yo, big up 730. Now she didn't hair dry. She desanitized. It's some sort of desanitizing thing. I'm not sure if it's a laser, if it's some sort of mist or something, but it's a it desanitizes your stuff. She also puts her phone in the same sort of thing that does the same sort of thing too. I'm guessing it's like an antibacterial type of spray that goes on your shoe or something. I don't know. Air fryer munch, nice. Nothing wrong with this. Yeah, all good, man. All good. Big up her. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Commentators accuse C of cosplaying Isa. Legitimacy aside, I'm torn between the feeling of sympathy for the people who say their lives are like this because they've been hurt, or wanting them to demand more for themselves, even if that feels hard. But what, some people just aren't meant to be like that though. Like the people that are meant to have all the friends and go to all the dinners and all the parties, they're doing that. The people that don't want to do that aren't doing that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Would you say the people that go to dinners and parties and hang out with friends and always have stimuli around them, are they doing something wrong? Would you say they're overstimulated? Would you say that they don't know how to spend time along themselves? No, I wouldn't say that either. I think everyone has a way that they are navigating through life the best that they can, doing the best that they can with what they got. I think if you're introverted and you got to the stage of life where you don't have that many friends, don't force it. Try to figure out how to enjoy yourself, how to enjoy your own company more. Try and figure out things that bring you joy. You know, obviously touch grass, that's really important too. Don't just stay indoors all the time, but come on, man. Like, I don't know. This idea that you have to be like the other people who go out and socialize all the time is not accurate, true, or even possible. Though I cherish my independence, it doesn't look like anything like this. So let me continue again. I'm a 37-year-old woman living alone in New York, and I spend a lot of my time thinking about solitude. I have a satisfying social life, but it's not unusual that I spend a Friday night or even an entire weekend with no firm plans. Though I cherish my independence, it doesn't look anything like what I see in these videos. There's nothing wrong with being homebody or attempting to jazz up boring evenings with a decadent can of soda, but the centering of actual friendlessness worried me. Like I was watching tiny documentaries about loneliness epidemic. But that's kind of how it is though, isn't it? Because most people people as well are also disappointing. There's also that part of it. People are also disappointing. If people disappoint you frequently and you get your heart broken or you get let down, are you meant to just keep putting yourself out there again and again and getting yourself let down and hurt again and again? You've got a short life. Why put yourself through that rigmarole? Why not decide what's important for you? Maybe making friends or whatever isn't at the top of your list. Make the best that you can out of the time you have available with what you do well at. If someone comes along your way, sweep your feet, then so be it. If not, then so be it. It's better to come to grips with who you might end up being in the future than it is to try and fight it and become someone that you're not, and then be depressed that you haven't achieved that. Iza and Noring say it differently, saying that their videos are an attempt at fostering more connection with other people. Exactly. When I asked Iza whether she felt a sense of community with her life, she mentioned her audience, which she credits for helping her come out of her shell. Making videos brought out these people that live the same life. We're making the choice to be alone, but not feeling lonely. Boom. Social media in the world never really used to make you feel like that was normal. Iza has begun speaking directly to the camera in her videos. One is captioned, pretending like you guys are my friends and we're on FaceTime. Its commentators were quick to remind her they are her friends. Noring also finds support online, but added that she's hoping to build more community in her real life. There's one thing that I'm really craving is person. I know that a lot of us have anxiety, but it's important to put ourselves out there. Last year, Noring took her own advice. She joined the pickleball league, where she gradually formed a bond with another player who is now one of her best friends. A year ago, I would have never imagined I'd met someone like that. You have to be scared a little bit if it's worth it. That's true though. They can also just meet each other. All these lonely people can also meet each other once a month, once every 6 months or so, and that could be your kind of, your juice. That could be your fucking juice. That could be your fucking juice. So yeah, big up them. Big up them. Love to hear it. I think the loneliness epidemic is overstated. I think most people don't have that many friends anyway, and I think it's perfectly okay not to have that many friends. Enjoy your life, live your life. It's all well and good. It's all well and good. But again, what do I know? I know quite a lot, actually. I gotta start saying that too. I know quite a lot. I always say, what do I know? But I do know quite a bit. I'm pretty much one of the most intelligent people in the world, so I've got to stop saying that I don't know much, because I do know quite a bit.